I mean, not knowledge exchange or knowledge, it's sometimes referred to as knowledge transfer. I think the new terminology is more about knowledge mobilization. In the past, the kind of knowledge exchange activities, university from business, has sometimes been characteristic of quite a kind of hierarchical relationship where the university is deigning to transfer its expertise and information and insight into a third party outside of the university. I think the modern understanding of knowledge exchange now is much more nuanced and much more equitable than that, where it's knowledge mobilization and knowledge collaboration that the business learns from the university or the organization learns from the university, but the university learns from that business at the same time, and it's much more a relationship of equals. And knowledge exchange activities can form, any number of things, from pure applied research projects to market testing, to market research, to student placements, to business consultancy, to the use of equipment, access to talent within the institutions. That's why we try not to use the term knowledge exchange, because people who have worked in knowledge exchange for years and years don't really understand the breadth of knowledge exchange. So that's why we talk about innovation, that's why we talk about economic growth, and that's why we talk about collaboration rather than knowledge exchange. But there's lots of interesting stuff already happening within our Southwest London universities, and it's the job of BIG to provide a platform and a profile for that work, to celebrate more of what is achieved, and through providing that platform, lever in more activities and more funding to do more things. Yeah, I mean, there's like I say, there's a hugely diverse range of knowledge exchange activities happening right across South London. I mean, you can go from the high-end kind of knowledge exchange, where we're looking at the development of the London Cancer Hub in Sutton with the Institute of Cancer Research, working with Sutton Borough Council and other partners down there to develop a global centre of excellence for research into cancer and other related diseases. And that's probably the purest form of applied research and knowledge exchange and transfer. And that's tremendously exciting as that starts going. But then at the other end of the spectrum, in terms of community innovation, we have loads of interesting stuff happening with Kingston University and community groups in areas like Tolworth, where you've got literally hundreds of Kingston University students engaging with frontline community groups to actually develop projects, to deliver projects that have real impact on people's lives. And that's right across all areas, from kind of creative arts and cultural activities, through heritage, through business and consultancy projects. So there is an extremely rich, diverse kind of examples of knowledge exchange happening, from pure science and the application of scientific knowledge through to the application of expertise and talent within communities. And obviously, in recent months, we've also had London South Bank University opening its new campus in Croydon. And that's very much focused on engaging with the local business community and promoting knowledge exchange and promoting activities that can, stimulate economic recovery from the pandemic, look at building and improving business resilience. And a lot of that is about transferring the talent that's within universities into the application within business. And what we also hope to achieve with Big South London and by bringing universities and businesses together is to make South London sticky, or a bit more sticky, because what we find is a lot of the talent that our universities produce sometimes feel they have to look into central London or further afield to kind of succeed. And what we want to do is make them aware, by being involved in these type of activities, the opportunities for personal and professional development that are within South London. And if we can get more of those talented individuals, both academic colleagues and also students and professional services staff, to kind of build those relationships, make those networks, then it's more likely they'll stay within the area. And I'm a great believer that it's people that populate ecosystems, it's not organizations. So it's all about connecting those people with the kind of same mindset, whether that's the innovative mindset or the entrepreneurial mindset or the risk-taking mindset. Make those relationships, provide those opportunities and platforms, and what you will see is good, interesting stuff happen. Yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting one, because again, when you think about knowledge exchange or research and knowledge transfer, you immediately think of people in white coats in labs with vials and machines that go ping. And actually, the vast majority of research and knowledge exchange that is happening right across the UK is not in that space. A lot of it is about practical day-to-day relationships between academics and organisations, regularly exchanging knowledge, regularly exchanging information, always working with the same organisations to provide student student placements, etc., and things like that. So, it's the diversity of that knowledge exchange that is of interest. And what I would say to any academic who's thinking about, perhaps developing some projects, developing some ideas that potentially Big South London could fund through new interventions that we're bringing in line in early 2022, is knowledge exchanges for every business as much as knowledge exchanges for every academic. There will be a perspective on your work and a perspective on your area of interest and your expertise that is applicable outside of your institution. And part of the role of Big South London is to provide that matching service, through raising awareness of the work of academic colleagues, showcasing that and making those connections. So I would encourage that once we start doing our networking events, and again, that'll be in the early part of 2022, academics do engage with that as a way of finding those like-minded individuals, identifying those opportunities for further collaboration, and making sure that you put ideas into Big South London as we call for proposals that can then be funded and supported. So get involved, get an exchange. You might not end up actually doing a knowledge exchange activity, but what you will do is learn something which will add value to your work, and ultimately generate and create opportunities for your students to participate in things that will enrich their student experience and hopefully improve the outcomes that they have from studying at the time of university.